What is going on, guys? Rodney here with Crypto Bros. Welcome to today's video. Today we are talking about Nex, and Nex is a decentralized exchange. It is looking to kind of take the place of maybe IDEX, DDEX, some of the decentralized exchanges a lot of people use. One thing to note here is Nex is in the Neo family. I think there's something to be said about the ecosystem that Neo is building. I'm very bullish on Neo. I picked up Neo in the dip, and I'm also very bullish on decentralized exchanges. And I say that not for the fact that they're going to overtake centralized exchanges or anything like that, but I love the safety aspect of a decentralized exchange in the fact that you can own your own private keys and then nothing can happen to those. Obviously, maybe if you like your house burns down or you lose them or give them away to somebody, but it just allows another layer of safety that I think is very vital in the space. And we'll talk about that a little more in this video. A couple quick things. One, just wanted to say thank you to everyone who has been subscribing to the channel. Yesterday we did a $100 giveaway. Congratulations to our winner, and that was in celebration of breaking 4,000 subscribers. Seriously humbled by you guys. And we will be doing some more giveaways here in the future. But two, cool day for cryptocurrency, just in the fact that the SEC did announce that Ethereum is not a security, and I will post this link in the description below. And then just really quick, you can actually earn 100 high-low tokens for just signing up to their Telegram channel. And if you missed my video right here, it's called Crypto's First Social Media Platform. High-low is creating literally a social media platform specifically for cryptocurrency enthusiasts, and they are giving away 100 high-low tokens for joining their Telegram. But also this cool little ditty right here, they've kind of created like a hot or not, where you can vote on whether it's a turd coin or it's going to the moon. I like IOTA, so we're gonna vote it. 49% say it's going to the moon, 51% are saying it's shit, and then Binance coin, 53 to 47. So anyway, just a fun little guy here that you can check out. All that being said, let's talk about Nex. Again, guys, I just think there's something to be said about what Neo is building and the ecosystem they have going on with their dApps, and that's exactly what Nex is. Nex combines the Neo blockchain with an off-chain matching engine to enable much faster and more complex trades than existing decentralized exchanges. So if we actually swing over here to their website, it's neonexchange.org. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with IDEX or DDEX, but this is the same general concept in the fact that it's going to be a decentralized exchange. There is no middleman. Like, you know, if you were to trade or do something or buy something on Binance, you know, all your wallets are listed in Binance. It's kind of like the house. That's the centralization piece. When you sell or buy a token, it comes from Binance or goes to Binance. This, since it is decentralized, goes straight peer-to-peer. Now, what happens a lot with like IDEX or DDEX, they are not very user-friendly. People sometimes jump on there for the first time, can lose a lot of money, don't quite understand the system. There's no dollars and cents or anything like that. And so we see a lot of issues there, not to mention the platforms themselves don't really run that well. They're okay. A lot of people do make a ton of money by being on those exchanges because a lot of like great tokens always hit. Most of the decentralized exchanges are ERC20 based. So when these new tokens hit, they hit these decentralized exchanges. These people are able to go on there and make 200, 300, 400%, but they know what they're doing. So Nex is essentially trying to kind of fix and mend this decentralized exchange piece just because of some of the problems that they have. One, they can't keep up with the volume that goes on there. Two, they don't have the ability to do more complex trades like a market order or I don't know why I'm drawing a blank here, a market order or a limit order. Sorry, that was super painful. And then they're also making this decentralized exchange able to kind of be like a decentralized payment service. So I'll just read these little pieces here and we'll kind of talk about them and work our way through. So it says, Nex handles enormous trade volume through its unique, publicly verifiable off-chain matching engine. So all that means is when you're on a decentralized exchange, you know, there's someone with a buy order and someone with a sell order, and these decentralized exchanges matches them together to complete the transaction. With them and their ability to kind of scale their transaction piece, they're going to be taking, after they match the people together, they're going to be taking it off chain, doing the kind of the transaction, and then bringing it back on chain to kind of distribute the tokens or whatever to each party on the other side. again, as a payment service, just kind of being able to connect, you know, think like a PayPal. Instead of it going to PayPal, you know, it goes to you. This will be able to be used for like a business to a B2B situation, peer-to-peer, whatever, especially when we get into more complex things like different cryptocurrencies, you know, someone with the yen doing a transaction with someone in the US, they both can buy, you know, tokens and do the transaction through the decentralized payment service. And again, like I said, limit in market orders, which currently are not available on decentralized exchanges, will be on Nex. And then this is really cool. This Nex wallet extension, which you can basically download on your, and I'll show it to you. You can download it on Chrome. It's a Chrome extension. Very, very cool. And then also what I'm most excited about is this cross-chain trading. And this will be through the ERC20 tokens. As we get down here for the team, these 5 guys are all co-founders of City of Zion. City of Zion, if you don't know what it is, it's a global independent group of open source developers, designers, and translators formed to support the Neo core ecosystem. Very smart dudes. And if we actually just look on here, this guy right here was the creator of the Neon wallet. This guy right here was the creator of NeoScan. So a lot of guys well endowed in the space. And then 2 top dogs. I think everybody knows who these guys are. Dahong Fei and Eric Zhang, the CEO and CTO of Onchain. Obviously, they're on the Neo Council as well. So, you know, very, very high regards for both of those 2 dudes in the crypto space. As we get down here to the roadmap, just kind of talks about where they're at. Web extension launch, which we'll look at. As we get over here to Q2, matching engine and testnet release, trading interface, testnet release, cross token support. Again, this is one of my favorite things about it, in the fact that it will not only support Net5 tokens, but ERC20 tokens. You'll be able to purchase tokens on there. We get over into Q3, mainnet trading release, cross-chain wallet conversions, and staking contract release. So a lot of cool things going on for them currently. I'm actually really excited for this to get up and running. As I said, I've been bullish on Neo. This dip actually gave me, man, it's like the 2nd video in a row where my lights burned out. Sorry guys, it's not a battery. But I've been very bullish on Neo. I just have never found a good opportunity to get in. I felt like I missed the boat when it went from like 30 to like 150. So anyway, if I actually had this on their Twitter, if you guys want to follow me, Rod Crypto God, you can. But if you want to follow them on Twitter, it is Neon Exchange. You can check them out here. They're very active, posting some very cool things on this. And then last but not least, in terms of this review, remember guys, we see a lot of these, you know, since they're offering their own token to be out there, we see a lot of these exchange tokens, you know, Binance Coin obviously holding very, very strong through this dip at right now trading at $14.91. 0x was up above the $2 mark before the big crash that we've seen, and I think before that it maybe hit right around $1.70. So we see a lot of these kind of exchanges do very, very well. Let's see what KuCoins is at. $2.50, you know, the $2 million essentially in market cap, but obviously Binance Coin over $1 billion. So we could see a lot of room to run here with this specific token. So, you know, I'm not trying to shield the token itself, but more so the platform I think is going to be important. But people who bought the Nex tokens are probably going to do a pretty good job or have a pretty nice ROI on their investment. As we swing over here to Google Chrome, though, I did want to kind of just quickly talk about their Chrome extension. You can go download this on here. You know, there's nothing that shows on this, but all it is you actually have access to your Neo and Gas wallet. Lets you kind of operate across the internet. We'll jump into their white paper, and it'll talk about some of the cool things that they're doing in here. But you can download that, and then also you get access to kind of their Neon Exchange suite, their Nex suite. And with this, the part that we're on right now is this kind of like their ICO template. They basically are coming out with just a standard operating procedure, a template for ICOs to run smoother. They're implementing some things. There's actually a big ordeal with this RPX ICO where they sold out of the ICO, but they continued to accept money, and there was no stop on there, so they had to manually give it all back. So they kind of built in the stop in there, so they couldn't collect any more money. They can basically reject the transaction before it comes through, and then also a piece here with the KYC. And I'll just read this part really quick and tie that all together, and then we'll jump onto their white paper and wrap this up. So it says, an important legal consideration for ICOs is to adhere to the Know Your Customer regulation. Any address that intends to participate in an ICO should be verified through a KYC service of some sort. This is outside the scope of this article. However, once an address has been verified, it should be eligible to participate in the ICO, and addresses that have not been verified should be disallowed. This template provides the following functionality for this to handle, and I think the biggest piece here to note on this is the method that allows users to check the KYC status of their actual address. A lot of times when you're kind of popping this money in there, you don't necessarily know what is going on. You jump into these Telegram groups and people aren't sure if they were accepted, if they weren't. So there's just kind of putting some of these safeguards in place to help users. So anyway, we'll wrap this guy up. Let's just swing over to their white paper. Couple cool pieces in here I highlighted. I don't want to go through all of them because I think it will drive the video out too long. Currently 14 pages on their white paper, but it says Nex is developing the first cross-chain browser extension, which we just kind of talked about. It's being worked on now. This web applications can use the extension to collect payments for goods in any digital currency, make trades and transactions across blockchains, and interact with smart contracts across Neo and Ethereum. And then it just here it talks about a little bit about the tokens they've issued. So Nex is issuing 50 million tokens to fund the development and future expansion, 25 million of which were sold to the public. Nex Token is currently in the process of being registered as a security. So very cool stuff here, and you guys can go through this. Pretty easy read, like I said, only 14 pages. Not everything is necessarily super pertinent here, but I did highlight a couple things. Here was the type of orders we were talking about. So it says, unlike existing decentralized exchanges, which only support point-to-point orders that allow tokens to be traded at a fixed price, Nex supports more complex trades such as limit and market orders. Below we describe the trades, and you guys I think all know what that is. We get into the fee structure and how that works. It's a maker-taker system. Basically the taker fee, or the taker is the only person who ever pays the fee, the maker does not. And then the withdrawal piece isn't super important, but this I wanted to touch on this web extension piece again because I do think this holds some value and will be applicable here in the future. So it says Next web extension. Exchange is a key component of user interactions with an ecosystem of decentralized applications. For example, users may want to make payments to a website using blockchain-based assets, convert assets on demand to meet the needs of a specific service, or interact with smart contracts on one blockchain using assets from another. To make this possible, these interactions and many others, we are developing the Nex web extension, the first browser extension to manage assets across multiple chains, allowing web-based assets through consistent APIs. So they're putting in this piece of interoperability in their web extension on top of building this pretty cool exchange. So anyway, guys, that is what I have for you tonight. Super excited about this exchange to jump up and to get people on there. Again, if you've dealt with DDEX or IDEX or something, you know it's not the most user friendly, and having something like this, especially if that's a primary factor of your trading, you know, I think a lot of people will be excited. I noticed a ton of hype leading up to this ICO for people to get in. Obviously, as U.S. citizens, we could not. But yeah, guys, that's all I got. Current global market cap 289, so up a couple billion since the Ethereum release. Or not as a security. But anyway, that's all I have for you guys tonight. Just wanted to say thank you again, man. I'm so humbled by all the subscriptions. If you haven't liked the channel yet or subscribed, you can do that now. Obviously, we'd love to have you. If you want to follow me on Twitter, shoot me a tweet at RodTwitterGod. I should put a poll up there. I want to know what coins you guys want reviewed. I'm kind of opening the doors here to listen to you guys and hear what you want to have to say. So if there is a specific token you want me to review, just leave it in the comments below. I take all of those into consideration. I spend time answering every single every person, just kind of acknowledging you. I appreciate all the positivity. You guys have been awesome. I'm sorry the light burnt out and I look like crap. But anyway, guys, that's all I have. Have a great night. I will catch you later. See ya.